Who wouldn't run away from a snake to not find out if it's poisonous? Who wouldn't smash a spider with a book if it were brightly colored? So imagine if there were a time when people that wore jackets punched those in the face that wore coats. If you walked into a room filled with the coats made of the history of your jacket's abuse, wouldn't you be a little uncomfortable? Knowing deep down there is no amount of my inherited guilt that I can etch into the ink or bleed into the articulation of every letter in the words, "I am so sorry," that can ever atone for what my ancestors have done, or for what our inheritance is doing to you now. But I want everyone to imagine for a moment you suddenly find yourself floating in the ocean among the debris of a shipwreck, wishing to be saved, afraid you would sink to the bottom of the deep, dark blue sea. You know you'll vanish from the earth. Terror ripples through you to the core of your soul with the thought, how will I? By salt water filling your lungs, or the jagged, sharp teeth of a shark, pulling you down to the dark depths of the sea. You will never see your family ever again. Suddenly you feel the strength of certain and determined hands grasp your shirt and pull you up to the security and warmth of a dry and whole boat. You look to see a dark brown person standing before you. Are you really gonna jump back into the ocean? For if this person really meant you harm at all, they never would have pulled you out of the ocean in the first place. And if it doesn't matter in the end, then I don't think it ever mattered during your life. In less than life-threatening situations, it's understandable to be afraid, for the society has created an automatic response. Call it society brain, that kicks in without you realizing. It completely overrides the reality of the situation. So when I walked down the street and saw two dark brown men walking toward me, I felt the society brain pop into the forefront of my mind. I grabbed it, pulled it back, and put human in its place. For my reasons when I found them are ultimately understandable. But now that I see them, I can begin the work to override this society brain that in reality is inaccurate and unfair to the individual human beings that are walking toward me. So I start to replace it with another way of thinking, and I ask myself, how are they behaving? One was looking down at his phone, the other was just looking around and everywhere but at me. They just want to get home safe. I walk out into this world with the same hope, albeit it would manifest in different ways for me versus them, but it's the same concern. I catch the second's wandering eye and I smile. He smiles back. Suddenly, for a moment, neither of us are villains just because of the color of our skin. We are humans. If you guys are curious about anything else it is that I write or do, just hit the links below and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.